everybody, I am Jack Penguin, and welcome to another LEGO Ninjago review. So today we're going to be looking at set number 70725, Nindroid MechDragon. This set includes 691 pieces and originally retailed for $89.99 back in January of 2014. I believe that I got this set back in the day on clearance at Target for maybe like around 50 to 60 because this set didn't really sell very well, at least from what I heard. It's not a set that I generally need in my collection anymore, so I might be selling it after this, though it does have quite a nice minifigure selection that we're going to take a look at in a few minutes, and then a very nice build for both a dragon as well as this other smaller vehicle for your good guys. So getting right into this, I no longer own the original box for this set. Unfortunately, I did lose that within a flood, but I do still have the original instructions, so taking a look at those, we're going to take a look at instruction number 1, which I do think it's very interesting how they have this from the very side. This is, of course, based off the Rebooted line, but taking a look from the very front, I think the instructions for this wave is probably one of the more interesting instruction designs for Ninjago. From the very back, we have the Win Kid, and then we flip to a quick play feature for the vehicle, and then this instruction does build up the vehicle that we see over there. As for the other instruction manual, this one is a little bit bigger over here. This is instruction number 2. Like I said, I really like the design of these instructions. It's something different compared to a lot of the other Ninjago sets. And then from the very back, we have a quick advertisement for the lego.com/Ninjago right here for Rebooted, which looks very nice. Flipping right into the instruction manual, we have an advertisement for some of the other sets that were available at the time period. I do actually own this set right here, and I might be able to review that sometime soon. That is the one set that includes Pixel right there. Very nice character to get. And then as for the other two sets, I don't own them within my collection, but I do know that they did remake this one right here just recently for the Legacy line as of 2019. Moving on from there, we have some play features for our giant mech dragon over here. 2 pages of piece count for this set, which leads all the way to the final overall model. So yeah, that's all that I have to say for the instructions. So let's take a look at our minifigures. Taking a look at our first minifigure, we have Lloyd from the Rebooted line. This is his Rebooted outfit. We have some plain regular green legs, we have some dark green arms, and some black hands for some gloves. We get some very nice printing for the very front of the torso right there, which looks very nice. We do get a little bit of shine to that as well with the gold. We also get some back printing for this minifigure as well. We get one accessory being the regular ninja sword within that golden color, which is also pretty nice to get. We do get that ninja mask piece, which we previously saw within the last line for Ninjago, which is also pretty cool to see that it returns here, where we also get to see Lloyd's hairpiece, which is the Anakin hairpiece within that blonde color, which is just a very nice color to get that hairpiece in. And then we do have the Ninjago Lloyd facial expression from the regular TV series, not the LEGO Ninjago movie version, which is also pretty nice to get for this minifigure. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for our minifigure of Lloyd Garmadon. Probably one of my most favorite characters within the set is Sensei Garmadon, or at least Lord Garmadon in his more human form right here, which is just a really nice minifigure to get. He is exclusive to the set, like I said, which is just crazy that we got him within the set. We do get some very nice leg printing leading up to the belt piece up to the torso, just to give him that overall outfit. We do have a little bit of green, just to match a little bit with Lloyd right there, which works very nice. We do have some writing on there, which I don't know what that says, but whatever. We have some plain white arms and some yellow hands for the flesh tone. We get one accessory being this pole piece within this brown color, which is very nice to get. We also get some back printing right there with another symbol from there. We do get the one facial expression from the front, which looks very nice. And then we also do get the same hairpiece as we get for Lloyd, but inside this dark gray color, which is just yet another amazing color to get that hairpiece in right there. We only get the one facial expression, I believe, if you turn that around. We only get the one facial expression for his minifigure, which is fine, you know, because they weren't doing double-sided facial expressions for these characters at the time. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for our minifigure of Sensei Garmadon. Another really interesting exclusive minifigure within the set is the Evil Wu minifigure, or Sensei Wu, which this is just a weird minifigure to get. I don't even remember this from the TV series, but you know, whatever, it's fine. It's something interesting to get. You get some plain black legs, plain black arms and hands. We also get the Sensei Wu beard within that black color, which I believe that's the first time that we've ever saw it within that color, which is pretty nice to get. He does have two accessories, one being the staff piece, same one that you get for Sensei Garmadon, but inside of more black color just to match the evil look for his character. We get some handcuffs right there, which is just something very interesting for his character. We also do get some front torso printing, which I will take the beard off to take a better look at in a minute. We get some back printing, another very nice minifigure for the shine on the torso. We also do get printing on both sides of the head if you remove the hat piece, which I think is very interesting that we get the continuation of that sort of like robotic eye going on from the very side of his character. So taking off his beard piece, we can take a better look at the facial expression as well as the printing on the torso, which looks very nice. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for our minifigure of Sensei Wu, or Evil Wu. For our next minifigure, we have General Cryptor. This minifigure is not exclusive, but also comes within two other of the sets that released around this time. We get some very nice leg printing leading up to the belt piece up to the main torso. I will take off the under the neck accessory so we can get a better look at that in a little bit. We get the arms within this more metallic silver color, which is just very nice to see. We also get some plain black hands for the character. We get printing on both the front and the back. Like I said, I'll remove that under the neck accessory in a little bit. We also get a spot to store some swords from the very back, which is very similar to the normal ninja armor right here, but it's very different with the shoulder pads as well as just the main front look with the printing on that, which I do appreciate that they put some printing on there as well. We also do get the ninja mask piece right here, which also has this different type of eye extension piece for the Nindroids, which I think is just very interesting. That is some dual molding with a little bit of that silver color, different silver than you get for the arms right there. Well, we actually have one silver arm and one black arm. That's one other thing that I did forget to mention for this particular minifigure. But either way, we get some printing on there and some dual molding, which I do really like. We get the main printing for the very front of the facial expression, which you can see we have more of an angry facial expression from the very front over here, and then we also get some back printing for the very back of the head, so removing the under the neck accessory. For the torso piece, that torso piece is exclusive to the character in comparison to like the normal Nindroid characters right here. You can see just a slight difference when it comes to how they look, which that other one I will also have to remove that under the neck accessory, but the torsos are different for both of these minifigures, which I also do really like. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for our minifigure of General Cryptor. And then finally, for our last minifigure, we have this Nindroid Warrior. This minifigure is only exclusive because he has the under the neck accessory with the stud on the very back of his torso, where you can attach something that comes on the big dragon that we have in the background, which I'll show later on in the video. Taking a look at this minifigure overall though, we do get some very nice leg printing, which is the same as the leg printing that we get for General Cryptor, but the torso printing is different, giving you a different print for the very front, which we also do get a very nice shine to that. We get one of the arms inside that more metallic silver color, both hands are black, and then we get one black arm for this minifigure as well. We also get some back printing on this character, which I will remove that under the neck accessory in a minute. We get pretty much a very similar facial expression when it comes to this minifigure. You can see we have a different angry look. We also get a print on the very back of the head for this character as well, and then like I said, we get this ninja mask piece, which has that little bit of an eye thing going on for it, which should be the same exact piece that we get for all of the other Nindroid minifigures. Here's a quick look at the back printing if you were interested. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for this minifigure. So getting right into the final overall model, we have two builds to look at here. The first one being Nia's car, and then the other one being the Nindroid MechDragon. So we're going to look at Nia's car first, which when I saw the description for this set, that is what this vehicle was called, and I just felt, I don't know why it's called that, but you know, it's just a very interesting name for this set. We might as well start by taking a look at some of the sticker details. We get two stickers on these 1x 2x4 tile pieces in white from each side of the very front. I do like the clip piece connection down here. We get some lights for this vehicle as well as some ninja swords just to give it that little bit of extra ninja detail going on over here. We have some flick fire missiles, which I'll show in a little bit. We have some other details from the very back. We have another flick fire missile right here, which this one has one of those grappling hook pieces from the very top of that, which I think is very interesting. And then the only other sticker that we have over here for this set is on this flag piece over here. Inside this tan color front and back we get this symbol, which I don't really know what that symbol is supposed to be, but we get that sticker from both the front and the back of that flag piece right there on that longer pole right there, one of those jousting poles, which I think is just a very interesting piece to get right there connected via the clip piece, just so then everything works out. Another really interesting thing from the very back of this vehicle is that we do get this seat over here, which is adjustable using the clip piece over here. You can adjust how you can shoot off that flick fire missile right there of the grappling piece, which I will show how that works. Over here, just a regular flick fire missile where you shoot it off like such. But try not to break the overall model while you do this. We only get one of these and then you can just plop it right back in. Another really cool thing about this particular area is how it can spin on one of those spinny plate pieces over here, which is something that I didn't really notice at first, but you know, that's very cool just to show another little option that you can do with this and shoot the flick fire missile in a few different directions. It is a little bit of a pain when it comes to clearing it like that. You do have to put the seat up just to make sure that it can go in that all 360 direction. Though when it comes to the instructions, it does show it like such over here, and then you can place one of your minifigures within this general area. Like Lloyd, you can just plop his sword in the other hand, and then you can just have one of his hands ready to arm the vehicle right there. So there you go, you have Lloyd within the back seat over here, and then of course we do get this little cockpit area from the very front that you can lift up using the clip piece connection yet again. We don't get anything exciting in there, no stickered or printed pieces, but you do get a spot to place your minifigure of Sensei Garmadon right here, which is just very nice that you can put both of these characters within this vehicle, as it is a good guy's vehicle. Like I said, it's called Nia's car for some reason, which I guess she might have made this, and then you can just plop down that little cockpit area. So then you have him within the vehicle, and then you have Lloyd from the very back also manning the flick fire missile of the grappling hook. And then finally we have the two flick fire missiles from each side of this vehicle, which if you don't know how those work, we have these two areas from the very back, but when you place the vehicle down and you push these forward, it will bring both of these up as such. You can see that slightly over here, and then when you push down, it will shoot the flick fire missiles out, and you do not need to flick them with your own hands, which I do really appreciate LEGO including that. In order to reload them, all you gotta do is just plop them right back in. So yeah, that's pretty much really all that I have to say for this vehicle. Of course, we do get some wheels right here, two bigger wheels from the back, two smaller wheels from the front, and then the very bottom we do get some horseshoe pieces just to cover that up, and there's a quick look at that if you were interested in that. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for this build for Nia's car. And then finally, the build that I think is probably the most exciting for this set is the Nindroid MechDragon, which this is the first and only time that we ever got this, and I just think it's an overall very interesting build. It's not something that I generally enjoy displaying in my collection. It's just another one of those giant dragon builds, and Ninjago has definitely made some better dragon builds than this, and this one definitely has a more tech-like look right here with a lot of the light grays and also like the silver colors, and the purple is a very nice touch for this particular model, but it's just not a model that I generally like, really. You know, when I first got this, you know, it was cool, but you know, right now I just don't think this is as cool as any of the other dragon builds that we've gotten even recently from LEGO Ninjago. So we're gonna start this off the same way that we did the other one. We're gonna take a look at some of these stickered pieces. I also forgot that this can come right out, which, you know, might as well look at this first. We have this little like jail cell sort of thing going on over here. All you gotta do to enter this is you lift up that little area, and then you can sit a minifigure down inside here just to trap them within this little cage. From the very top, we do get a sticker on this 2x4 tile piece in black right there, just for some controls, just to make that work. And this is just connected via a clip piece. We do get some trans clear pieces from the sides, so then you can take a look at your minifigure within this area. And then we also have the bars from the very front. So I'm just gonna put that aside and we'll put that right back in towards the end, but we're gonna take a look at the stickers like I mentioned before. So taking a look from the very front, we're gonna start with the head of the dragon. We do get some very nice stickers right here, 2 on the very side and then 1 on the very front of this slope piece from here. You can take a look at that just for the overall detailing for this character. You can see just, I think it's a very interesting dragon build. You know, it's not something that I generally like. The face for this is just very weird. You know, these are supposed to represent the eyes, I believe. I'm not really too sure. We also have these pieces, which are normally to represent eyes on brick-built dragons. Those might even be the eyes. I'm not really too sure. But, you know, it's overall just a very weird build. I do like seeing these small spike pieces right here for the teeth. And then we get another sticker on another one of those 2x4 tile pieces over here just for the tongue of the dragon, which I think is just another very weird aspect, trying to make it a little bit more humanoid than it is the mech type of dragon. I also do like that this is all connected using this ball joint system right here, the regular bionicle type construction joints, which I do really like seeing that. There are 2 connection points, one from the very head, and then we use that as the neck connection right to the body. We get some more stickers on these flag pieces right here, which those are also very nice to see. We get some smaller stickers on each side of those inside that light gray color. That's connected using a clip piece, also to cover up some more weapons over here that you can use for your Nindroid characters. Those are also connected using clip pieces, so then you can take those out very nice and easily using the chainsaw piece, as well as that little axe piece within the translucent red color. Moving on from the very top, we have a print of a 2x2 circular tile piece with this very nice gear, which also has some more spikes on that. That's very nice to see. We have another print from the very inside on one of these 1x2 tile pieces, which I believe is going to be getting an upgrade sometime in the future. I'm not really too sure, but Lego is actually updating a few prints right now, which is just something very odd and bizarre that I might as well shout out. We do of course get some legs for this dragon right here, which these are connected using a different type of Technic connection, which I do like seeing that connection, though it is a little bit more harder to maneuver. And then we also do get another clip piece right here just for like the angling and like the slope pieces, just to give it that overall look. I don't really like when they have like the Technic holes exposed right here. You can especially see that like within this general area, which, you know, it's not something I'm a fan of, but you know, it works right here for this particular build, as it is supposed to represent more of like a mech type of build for a dragon. We do get that construction ball joint connection right here for the feet, where you can move that back and forth and around. And then we also do get these little toes from the very front, which we only get on the front feet compared to the back feet, which does use the same exact piece, though we do not get any toes for that one, which I do find it very odd, the consistency between that. But you know, it's fine, it's okay. And then we do get the ball joint connection there. And then these do not move, they are just connected using the regular Technic system from the very back. Right here you can see that they're connected using the axle pieces, which, you know, I think it's fine. And then we do get these slope pieces just to round that out and make it work the way that it should. From the very back, we do get a tail, which we might as well look at as well. That's a very interesting connection as well, using more of like that train connection, I guess, like how they connect the train pieces right there, which I do find that just very odd, just so then it makes it swivel like such. And then I do like how just, it looks fine, you know, it's not great, you know, especially this back part, how that will sometimes turn over, which it isn't really supposed to, since it is connected in that way. But I do think it's an okay tail, it's nothing great. I wish that they could find a way to just make it lock, because it is a pain in the butt just to have it swinging like that all the time. And then we do get the gear system, which that is another way that you can actually move this tail if you're trying to whack the other vehicle that comes within the set, which I do find that as a very interesting play feature though. Moving to the other side of the dragon, we do get the same exact connections when it comes to the feet over here, so I'm not really going to talk in too much detail about those, but I'm going to move back and talk about these 2 other stickered pieces, where we have these 2x2 tile pieces inside this dark gray color right here, which these have some more stickers just to show off these wing pieces, which we get 2 of these clip piece connections right here for these wings on each side, which, if you don't know, these interact with our minifigures. So putting this dragon down for a minute, if you remember when it came to our minifigure selection, we did get one minifigure that had this stud from the very back of his character, which what you do with this is that you place that translucent red stud right there And then you have your minifigure with this pair of wings, which, you know, then you can have the character like flying around. We only get one of these regular Nindroids within the set. If you do have another one within your collection, we do get an extra one of those under the neck accessories, so then you can actually use the other one that comes within the set if you so desire. Another thing that you can do, though it isn't really recommended within the instructions, is that you can put it the opposite way, just so then you have a place to store your minifigures. That's one other thing that I did find out when I was just playing around with this set earlier, but you know, that's all that I really have to say for that. Though it isn't really meant to be like that, you can just remove your minifigure and then place this back the regular way, just as some extra covering for the dragon, and you do get that little open space, so then you can actually set your minifigures there if you don't want to have them just connected from the outside. You know, it makes things easier if you just want to store some of your stuff. From the other side of the build, just jumping around, I did forget to talk about this 2x2 tile piece, which is another sticker, which is a different sticker compared to the one that I just showed you from the other side. But other than that, that's pretty much really all that I have to say for the leg portion and the tail area, and we're gonna jump right into the wing section. When it comes to the wings themselves, they are connected using just the regular techniques, though we do get the play feature over here where you can spin this area by pushing it back, and then having the gear come out just as if it is like a chainsaw thing going on, which I do think that's a very interesting gear system. We do get a larger gear down here, which does work in part with this one in order to spin it over here, which you can see how that goes like right against it, just so then this area does spin the giant chainsaw piece. They do cover that up using a dish piece, just makes it a little bit more cleaner, though that also does work in part with this rubber band, which we do get 2 rubber bands, which it does work the same from the other side over here where you can spin it like that. And that's how you just spin this from the very front. When it comes to the actual wings themselves over here, we do get the different type of clip piece connection right here, which is adjustable for 2 of these over here. And then we also do get these longer areas right here that these are just connected using the regular brick system. Getting these within this more silver color right there, those are also pretty nice to get. And then the translucent red, which is something else that I did forget to mention when it comes just to like the overall build. I think that works fine, you know, it's nice in addition to the purple color. And then we do get the same sort of building techniques when it comes to the wings on this side. And now finally, the last thing that I do have to talk about right here is the fact that we get one of these giant cannon pieces from the very back, which if you don't know how these work, all you gotta do is push this down and it will launch that cannon piece over here. So here we go. I am very relieved that that did not hit my camera. That came very close to rebounding on my camera, but either way, that you just reload like such. You only get one of them and then you shoot it off like such. I believe LEGO has just recently replaced this particular play feature as of this year in 2020, so in the future you will be seeing a different style of this particular weapon section, which I do think is very nice. But either way, that's really all that I have to say when it comes to this overall dragon build. So overall, is this set worth $90? I mean, I think so. We do get a very nice minifigure selection, including Lloyd and then his father right there, which is the more humanoid version of his minifigure, which we only got within this particular set, which I do really appreciate seeing him for the very first time in LEGO form. I believe we'll be seeing him sometime in Legacy. It's just something obvious that we would have to see eventually. You do get some more of those Nindroid characters if you want to army build them, and then of course you do get the Evil Woo, and you know, the builds for this set, they're fine. They're very nice builds, you know, they're just not something that I generally like to display within my collection. That I just think that that dragon build looks very ugly. It does have some very nice play features though, same thing goes for this vehicle, but it just doesn't look good. It just looks like a crappy build, at least in my opinion. Some other people might have other thoughts, but that's just what I have to say about it. So yeah, that's pretty much really all that I have to say for this particular video. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, what your thoughts are on the set. Also remember to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so every time I upload a new video. So yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Bye!